I'm forgetting to do that. I should do that. All right. Okay. So, quick recap. You have freed the woman that you believe can end this cursed repeating of the past.
For better or for worse, yes.
For better or for worse, who knows what? Is she a witch? Isn't she a witch? Who knows? Well, I know, but anyway, although you do know people she hangs out with are definitively witches, as you have had Cedric turn into a very dead, old, withered man once, just to test the theory. So Sarah Brown, that was her name. So you freed Sarah Brown, and you are in the sort of in the cells or in the basement of the church. You decided not to go and intervene with what was going to happen with the priest. You talked about it. You didn't actually do that. You all just went straight to the church. So this is prior to the burning. She hasn't been burnt to death yet. She hasn't been strapped to any fire. And she knew that you weren't from around here. She specifically made you the offer of, if you can get me out of this, I can get you out of this. And you all signed up the agreement. That sounds like a bit of a plan. So where we left you was you were about to break out of the basement of the church and make a break for it.
Something like that, yes.
That's right.
And I specifically said, we'll get to see Reginald Duplessis' sword skills any second now. So, on that note, we will get to see Reginald Duplessis' sword skills any second now.
Sword skill, singular, not plural.
Plural, yeah. Well, you've got more than 0.1% in it, though, right? So
I do.
It's all theatrical, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
We're meant to play swords together. What the hell?
Crossing the streams.
You feel like you're trying to stab me with that thing. So, on that note, you're all about to make a break for it. You've got Sarah Brown with you. You're pretty sure there are at least monks somewhere nearby, because they were building the pyre the first time you came to the courtyard before you all died, and restarted again. So who's going first?
Well, I'm happy to go first. I think it was it Georgiana and I were doing that. Is that correct, Lily?
I know that Georgiana accompanied you to the. Georgiana and Duplessis went into the church.
Yes. So I think our plan was to get her upstairs, and then between there and the pyre was to free her and then basically run and hope that our compatriots followed us as well. That was the loose plan.
Yeah, and
I'm
you
not
failed.
Sure we actually had a plan, but I'm happy to go with that plan.
Yeah. I think that you decided not to do a strength roll because it would make too much noise when you were down there, and I think you failed the lockpick. I think that's what happened. You're still chained up, right? And she's being let up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it goes wrong, it's on you, Georgiana. That's what we're saying, basically.
You can always call to your cousin. I'm down at Meccassine. So.
Okay.
All right. So doors need to be opened. Decisions must be taken. So you're at the doors. You've got her in. Still
the
chained.
Doors aren't locked. They're not locked from the inside, from the outside, are they? Because
No.
we're inside. No. Okay. Well, I think we only have one chance at this. Maybe until next time, if it all goes terribly wrong, we go with. Maybe it's not an expression, but I feel it will be a one day with all guns blazing. We go, we let her go, make noise, some distractions, and run like hell. We?
does not seem like the smartest plan, but at the moment it's our only plan. So I will follow your lead, Mr. Duplessis.
I am open to suggestions, but maybe if luck is on our side, maybe our compatriots can make something of a distraction or not. Okay. Viva la Revolution, as they would say in South Belgium. Let us away.
South Belgium. That's good. All right. So you step through the door. You open the door and you step through. You are now in the proper, like, so the door leads to the side of the church. The church is, however, walled, so there's a wall with a courtyard in it. So you're within the walled section of the church. It wasn't that long ago that people were turning up to raid churches. Matter of fact, it wasn't that long ago that there wasn't, the War of the Barons and all the bad things that were going down. So the time of troubles under Stephen. So you step into this courtyard. There are monks chanting happily because they're preparing to save a soul from hell. So they're very excited about soul saving. It's something they think is important. So, it's like you can imagine the seven dwarves, hi ho, hi ho. Only it's monks with Latin chanting, carrying brushes of, wood to pile under the thing so they can burn someone to death. But, take the Disney motif and ride with that. So there's, monks, hi ho, hi ho. There's a somewhat largish man who you had a very limited encounter with the last time you were in the courtyard. You were introduced to him. What was his name? Actually, I've got him here. What was his name? Not Nathaniel. Maybe it was Nathaniel. William Levitt.
Slimy.
William Levitt. He was slimy. You did not like Mr. Levitt. He was indeed a slimy kind of dude. Did not make you feel comfortable at all.
Is anyone obviously armed? I mean, I'm expecting swords, but are there anyone with any obvious sort of bows or anything like that? Or soldiery?
No, there are no archers within visible sight of you.
So my plan would be to
and when you saw the guards the first time around, they were just carrying swords.
Right. So my plan would be
actually they might have only been carrying clubs.
To be kind of outwardly like aggressive in what I'm saying and volume and such, get to take her as close as we can to the pyre before we sort of say, or get run now, because the further
because you guys are dressed as monks. I forgot this bit. You guys are currently dressed as monks. Yep. Sorry, my apologies.
So the further we can get her closer to the pyre rather than hell breaking out now, pardon the pun, the further, I assume that we'll have more chance, I feel, of escaping once we get her slightly further away. That was the plan.
Okay, so you're moving towards the pyre. You've got Sarah Brown with you. Levitt is there. There's a couple of other folk. You can't see the priest. He's off getting murdered, as it turns out, somewhere else. He decided not to intervene with him being murdered somewhere else. There's a bunch of monks. You've kind of got this woman and you're taking them forward. One of the monks sees you with the woman, with Sarah, the woman they want to save, and says, Brother, you are too soon. We have not prepared the pyre. You have come too soon. Return her to the basement, and so that we might prey upon her. With all of the possible connotations of that statement. So that's what he's saying. He's like looking at you. You've come too soon, sir.
Oh, because I was under the impression that they were banging on the door last time. That was sort of where my memory of it. But otherwise, I'm happy to wait because that might give us a bit more chance while they're doing that. A quick look at Georgiana.
He's saying you've come too soon.
Okay. A quick look at Georgiana and just like a nod, a questioning nod, or should we no or no?
I just had a thought. How about we take her back to the prison? We find another one of those cassocks. If she can wear that and make an escape that way.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. Excellent. Okay. Yes. Then in that case, Oh, 1,000 pardons. I thought we were ready for this heathen to be cleansed. This filth is, she is ready and past you. Just, we will go and come back when you are ready.
Can I get a fast talk roll from you, Reginald Duplessis?
I would
Are
much
you a
rather
foreign
if you
exchange
asked me
monk?
for a, I'd much rather you ask me for an acting or a charm roll. But I will do. I've got 5 in fast talk, so
Awesome.
here we go. Hang on, I've forgotten how to do this again. Why?
Oh, the game's paused as well, Thomas.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, right. Okay. No, that's
That'll
it.
challenge him.
That'll challenge him. There you go.
We'll
I've
just assume I
unpaused it.
passed.
See if that makes a difference. See if that makes a difference.
Nope.
I've got a message on mine that says you cannot access some attributes in development/creation.
Oh, you might.
Oh, hold on. No, I'm not. I'm not in that mode, am I? Oh, I am in that mode. Hold on.
There we go.
Oh,
Right.
Try it now. Try it
Yeah.
now.
That's
Sorry.
better.
All
No
the
problem.
systems came up.
I was fiddling around with how experience, like how it does the growth for skills, because we'll get there tonight, I assume. All right. Oh,
Shit.
Oh dear.
That's a very strong accent you use then.
not only do you not make the skill, you actually fumble.
I think I said, pox on you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
To this guy.
Hold on, he's pushing me. It's okay. Poof.
I
I've got
guess
this
we go
going.
now.
All right. So as much as you like the plan, unfortunately the plan is not going to come off. So just to check in, where are Eliza, Purbeck, and Postlethwaite?
well, we were talking with that sleazy guy.
So you're in the courtyard. You're seeing this go down, right?
Yeah.
So you can react. So
Yeah.
Reginald, in a very French accent, which you can all pick immediately, but somehow no one else seems to. Like, I don't know. Or maybe there's just a lot of French-sounding people. Anyway, kind of mutters something about no, it's us. And then the monk goes, "Hold on, you're not brother, blah blah blah." Instantly twigs to the fact that Reginald is not brother, blah blah blah, and makes a lunge at Reginald. Okay, so remind me how initiative works in Cthulhu. Does it work?
It's on
just
Dex.
your
It's Dex. That's right.
But if you have a ready firearm, you add 50. But I don't think anyone else do necessarily.
Oh no, one of you does. She keeps it loaded in her sleeve.
And she
No,
did.
ready
Holding it.
She's on record, but I've got it carrying around.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
did
so-
reload it
Listen,
last week.
If it's in her bag, though, it's not readied. Readied means you've literally,
Nah.
secret agenting it around.
All right.
It's
So
in
the
my
highest,
bag.
so let's just go with Dex then. Who has the highest Dex? Everyone?
Mine's 45.
I've got
Me.
50.
Yeah.
Georgiana, other Georgiana also has 50.
Seems somehow appropriate. What about Postlethwaite? What's his Dex?
I have 30.
Right. And
I have-
Eliza?
65.
Well, it sounds. Oh, Reginald, what is yours? What is yours, Reginald?
Mine's 45.
Right. Eliza, what would you like to do?
I think that I see this happening and
Yeah.
probably as well, we see this girl in chains, right? Like we're all kind of agreed as a group we want to save this girl, and they've brought her here, and now she's going to be recaptured. I don't think I need to do a psychology roll to tell that the horrible accent was Reginald Duplessis. So I think that I just kind of I see a is one of the monks kind of rearing up to punch.
Is one of them? Yeah, he's making a lunch. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I think that I mean, there is an element here of how do I think that my character would really react versus also the etiquette overlay, which I think is interesting. But you know what? I'm just gonna say, because she's almost insane. She needs 2 sanity points to be lost, and she's indefinitely insane. So, so I think that she just sees this as a dream, like it's a dreamscape, and her will is the important thing. She's gonna go and try and like tackle that guy before he hits Reginald.
Okay.
Just kind of like move her body weight up against him.
So make a brawling or fisticuffsy kind of roll for me.
Sure. I do not have good brawl, but I'm doing it anyway.
Nice one.
Okay, fail.
Failed, but not critical, but not a fumble. So you know we're progressing down the chart of failure quite nicely. Okay, so that was 65. Yes, I need that picture. Thank you. I'll grab that in a sec. Oh, they have 55. I think that means they're going next. I don't think anyone had more than that. So they will make a lunge with their brawl skill. Ha 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 ha. He said out loud. It didn't make a lot of sense to me either. Oh, it's not letting me. What? Make a roll.
And I think as well, she's just kind of like, she runs over and she's like, unhand him, you brute. And just kind of like just tries to push, but just like falls completely to one side at the slightest shove away.
Okay, so for some reason the sheet is not. Oh, that's why. There we go. That'll fix it. Yep, that fixed it nicely. Okay, so the dude is still punching you, Plessy.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then my initial thing would be probably to dodge initially the first time, which I've got a terrible dodge skill, but I'll give it a try.
You need to dodge because he's going to land a blow otherwise.
Okay. Dodge.
Ooh,
let's try
skill.
that.
Nope.
Shit.
You are improving.
Slightly. Mon Dieu.
Okay, Plessy, you take 3 points of damage as he lands an almighty blow with his fist.
Oh.
Bastard. Son of 1,000 bastards.
Right.
Okay.
So that was 55. 50.
50 is me.
Yeah.
What is Mr. Sleazy doing next to me?
Oh, he's looking horrified, but he is desperately pulling a knife out of his belt.
Okay, I'm going to body check him.
It's a poignard, pointy
before
long.
Before he can get this knife out.
Okay.
If he was running, I would try to put a foot out and trip him, but I'm just gonna move my mat in front of him so he can't go in.
Okay, go for it. Body check him away.
So do I just roll size or?
No, it's a brawl skill.
Brawl.
It's a brawl. Where is brawl? Oh, I do have some brawl.
I think brawl.
Goodness me, I do have some brawl. Oh, so close.
You could use luck. You could spend a couple of points of luck and make it a success.
That's 4 points of luck to get it down to 25?
Yep.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Okay, so describe what you're actually trying to achieve. Because he doesn't think of you as a threat, so he's not ready for this.
No, of course he doesn't. I look out of the corner of my eye and I can see that he's starting to move, and I'm standing right next to him, so I'm just like, and push my whole bulky body, 6'4" of me and my width, kind of in front of him and shove him sideways.
Okay, roll damage.
How would I do that?
So go to the fighting tab of your sheet.
Yeah. Oh, fighting brawl. Oh, I see. If I'd rolled that, would have done
fighting brawl. But you should have. Oh, I haven't put a fist on your character. I haven't put I need to put weapons. Punch.
I
There
didn't
it is.
realize I could do that. Okay. Oh, I see. Here we go. Punch.
Yeah, I just put it on.
Okay.
But You don't have a damage. Oh, you do have a damage bonus. Of course you do, because you're size 90. How did I forget that? Oh my god. All right, yeah. So you will roll a D3 plus a D4.
Did that work? I don't know what I did.
Yeah, so it comes up on the chat, and then you have to hit Fighting Brawl skill. But
okay.
Oh, I see.
so don't worry about that. So I'll just do a D3 roll. 1 point of damage for that, and then D4 roll for your damage bonus. Wow, you did 2 points of damage. He actually came out pretty well. All right, so he has taken 2 points of damage, but you've knocked him over, which was your intent.
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes sprawling off to the side as you sort of smash him. Oh, do you make it look like you meant it, or do you make it look like it was an accident? Important question.
Oh, it totally looks like an accident.
Okay, could I get an acting roll to persuade him that you are not, you will get a bonus die for this, because he, of course, struggles to think of a woman as being aggressive.
Yeah.
So
sorry. So what am I doing?
you're rolling your acting skill, of which you
I don't have any acting.
Oh, go with God, what would it be? Thoughts? Anyone? Thoughts?
Disguise? No. Charm, clan, credit ready.
Let's go with fast talk. It's probably persuade.
Persuade, maybe.
Persuade. Yep, persuade.
Where's persuade? Element OPQ. Oh, here we are. At least I do have some persuade, so that might actually be good.
And you get a bonus dice, but no.
Oh,
roll a D10 again. Just roll another D10.
Which one?
On the dice pool down the bottom.
Down the bottom right, yeah.
Yep, in the chat.
Oh, no. Oh, God. It down. Oh, I see. Right. Okay, cool.
Underneath the chat.
All right. Oh, for God's sake, what did I do?
Okay. No. All right.
No.
So, good chat. So, yeah, you got a 8. So, that's a no. All right. So, no, he thinks he's horrified that you would defend a witch, but you are a woman. And everyone knows that women make bad decisions, and some of them are witches.
Well, probably,
Any second now, a man, a duck, and a set of scales are going to turn up. Okay, so there's a moment of silence in horror. You've smashed him to one side though and disrupted him. We're at 50. That was
other Georgiana.
Perfect. Other Georgiana.
Miss Wentworth.
Okay, so Georgiana is in the monk's clothes. She is next to Duplessis, who has just had a fist planted into his face, from what I gather.
Yeah. He's been wildly assaulted by a monk.
Let me weigh up my options.
Your disguise going and punch him as well.
That's a good point. Okay, so what is Sarah doing at this point?
Not a lot. She's still basically got chains on her arms, and sort of legs. She can't really leg it.
Okay. So the monk that is currently assaulting Duplessis, difficult in this moment, but can Georgiana try to check to see if he has keys or anything on him?
That is a very good question. Would you like to make a spot hidden roll for me, please?
Okay.
You may have a bonus die. Yeah, why not? Yep, bonus die. Go for it.
Okay.
Oh,
that made all the
That
difference.
is a 3.
Okay, 0-3. So we'll give you that. So yes,
Fantastic.
he has the keys on him.
Okay. So can Georgiana try to grab the keys off him? Don't know
You
if they're the ones with the
absolutely can.
shackles.
No, it's a legit question. So what would you? So make a roll. What roll would you like to make?
If she was trying to sneak them off him, it would be sleight of hand. However, at this point, I don't think that. I I think the subtlety has kind of gone out the window. So she's just going to try grab them and rip them off him.
Okay, so I do feel like that's a brawl skill roll.
Okay.
I am happy. He is, however, distracted, and he's not expecting you to make a lunge. So please feel free to take a bonus die again, as you have the drop on said monk.
Okay.
And you succeeded.
Okay.
Again, Georgiana with the rolls.
Wow.
Well done, cousin.
And don't forget, if it doesn't already do it, to make sure that you've tagged brawl as a skill that you have improved.
Yeah. For some reason, it didn't tick.
Yes, that's why. But you can just click on the little icon and it'll tick it.
Yeah, I did, but it didn't.
Oh.
It's not doing anything.
You might have to do the control thing, or is it the alt?
Why is that not? No, it's not working.
Oh, okay. Double click. Got it. Done.
Okay. Double click.
Oh, okay.
Good to know.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Cool. I see a future where Georgiana Wentworth and Georgiana plus Countess Purbeck become the military arm of the group. All right. So, all right. So you've grabbed these keys off his belt, trusting that you've grabbed the right keys. You've got them in your hand, but that'll be next round what you do with them. So I think we're at Eliza. Eliza, is it that right? What was your dex, Eliza?
65.
Oh, that's right. You already did stuff and you didn't have any effect. Reginald, go for it.
I'm 45, so
yeah, go for it.
I'm just gonna try and punch him. What?
Okay, you're not stabbing him. You're punching him.
Oh, see, I don't have a sword in my gear, so I wasn't sure that was the case. And I think either way, I'd probably just try and punch him to knock him over.
Sure, go for it.
Particularly if I see
he's confused because he's getting attacked from both sides now.
Yeah, well, that's there. Yeah. Okay, so just in a brawl.
Have a bonus die because he's outnumbered.
So bonus die, you just press click +1. Is that right? When you on the selection window.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's do that.
Oh, look at that! Punch
wow, fantastic!
In the face. All right. Roll your damage, please. What damage do you do? If you roll it as a fighting skill, by the way, it'll pop up the whole chat window and then it'll give you the damage thing. So if you roll it from the fighting sort of tab, not from the skill tab.
Oh, okay, yes. Right.
Combat tab, sorry, my apologies. If you go to the combat tab and you roll it from there, don't worry about it for now. It's not a huge issue. Like
okay, so right now it's just a D3, so I'll just roll.
You have no damage bonus? You are not a damage bonus?
No,
person?
I do not have a damage bonus, no.
Perfect, it's a D3. So just roll D6 and we can halve it. 3 points of damage to the monk. Ow.
See how you breathe with your nose all over your face, you stupid pig dog. As I breathe some snot on him at the same blood-stained snot on him at the same time.
Okay, so you smash him in the face. At that point, Rector, Cedric Postlethwaite, what do you want to
do? Cedric turns towards the exit to the courtyard and starts moving off.
I'm old. I need to get a steam up. Okay.
You're talking about a 70-year-old man.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's
I do what a 70-year-old man does. I'm heading towards the exit.
I'm heading towards the exit. All right, so you walk at speed. Okay, it's effectively a new round. So just so some of the monks are now sort of getting clued in, like because previously it was just one monk. There's been a fisticuff fight, and some of the other monks are going, hold on a second, and no longer singing their Latin version of hi ho, it's off to burn the witch we go. And have now realized that there's something going wrong. They don't quite understand, but they're now moving in your general direction. Okay, so Eliza, you hurled yourself at this person and you bounced off them.
Yes. Indeed.
What do you want to do?
So can I see that Georgiana's taken the keys?
We'll assume yes for the sake of this conversation.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. I think that she kind of like looks up at Georgiana and she has that kind of like look in her eye of like, you know, I have an idea. And so she stands up and she goes over because they were going to put her on a pyre, correct?
That is true. There was a pyre. They've got brushes of, you know, big sort of, you know, sticks and things. Yep. Ready to burn.
Is there like a central kind of like
Yes, there's a pole right in the middle that you tie said witch to before you light it. Yep. There's even a little platform so that the witch can stand above the fire. So you can really get the whole experience going.
Okay, great. Well, considering that, like, because these monks were kind of all like praying together, right, in front of the pyre.
Well, they were, you know, hi-hoing towards the pyre, but yes, they're gathered around said pyre at this point. Yep.
Excellent. I want to attempt to do a strength roll to push that beam down onto the monks and knock them unconscious.
I will allow you to attempt this Herculean feat of strength, please.
I have a pretty good strength. I would understand if it has to be like hard or extreme, but I thought, why not? There's not really much else that I feel like I can do. All right, cool. So she like runs up and goes, trying to push, but also like believing that in a dream she can. All right.
Oh my.
Yes, 33. I will spend 3 luck points to make that a hard success.
Okay, I will grant you your success as a hard success. All right, so you topple this edifice of the patriarchy's, you know, control and destruction of women's bodies. You turn it on its side.
This is the key moment for women's liberation.
This is it right here. Because there's nothing that says liberation like Regency women. Anyway, all right. So you are so you with this mighty thrust of strength, you topple this great patriarchal edifice, you know,
about this phallic device of enslavement.
I was literally thinking it, but I'm glad you said it. All right, so okay, so you topple this phallic emblem down upon these men who surrender their, you know, a whole stack of stuff to basically the weird misogynistic guys. That's what they become. All right. A couple of the monks are hurled aside by the giant phallic symbol falling upon them. Sarah Brown thinks this is awesome because she is a pagan, so she endorses the use of phallic symbols to beat Catholic priests. She's all about Catholic priests should be beaten with phallic symbols. All right, well, that happens. Eliza has pushed this down, knocking over a couple of the priests and horrifying the rest, I might add. Like, not only have you knocked a few over, you have stunned into silence a bunch of priests who are going, no woman should tear down the patriarchal edifice that we had constructed. So they're a bit stunned and confused at the same time. Okay, we're going to roll with that. So that was 65. And I think I worked out last time I go next. Did I work that out right? Yes. Okay, so Priesty Boy, who can't see the toppling of the patriarchal edifice because his back is to it, because he's busy fisticuffing with Reginald. He's going to keep on throwing a whale on you, Reginald, because no, he tries to grab the keys back from Georgiana. That's what he does. Yeah, no, he's going to make a grab for it, Georgiana. He's trying to grab these keys. We'll just roll his punch skill. Proceed. Oh, it's a failure. There you go. Well, he failed. He is unsuccessful. He desperately grabs for the keys, going, "Why? What are you doing, brother? What are you doing?" You could unveil at this point. It would be awesome. But all right. So he's done that. Then we're at 55. Then we're at 50. So Viscountess Purbeck, William Levitt is on the ground beside you, having been, rolled over by the ship of state. What would you like to do?
Does it look like he's getting up?
Grabbing his knife. Yeah, he's grabbed his knife. He's got this big, long, pointy dagger thing. Wow, yeah. Wow. Okay, yeah, fair.
I love the
You can
girls
have a
with money.
bonus dice. Do you know how to add a bonus dice to your
No,
roll?
I don't. We're gonna try this out. I'm in the combat screen. I'm clicking fighting brawl. Oh, and I see if I if I slide that to the side, that gives me +1. Right, and now I go roll.
Oh. Now, you could burn 16 points of luck to be successful, or you can accept the miss.
I shall accept the failure.
Can you? You could also. Can you push the roll?
Oh, you can push it. Yes. Oh no, didn't we agree you can't push combat rolls? Isn't that right?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought you could. Sorry.
Can you push combat rolls?
I don't think that you can actually.
Unfortunately, I don't think they can. The reasoning is that combat is happening sort of instantaneously, and a push represents like doing something again. It's not like simply a reroll type thing.
Only skills characteristic rolls can be pushed, not luck, sanity, or combat.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's fine. I miss.
All right.
I catch my skirt. So
okay.
I didn't quick my
Georgiana
skirt
Wentworth, or the younger Georgiana. You have keys. You have dodged Monk's attempt to retrieve keys. Would you like to apply keys?
I have the power. Okay. So I think that she is... How many keys are on the ring?
It's a luck roll.
No, there's only one. No. It's not complicated. Okay. You have the right keys.
Okay.
I rolled a 0-3. I'm giving you the 0-3. I got an extreme success.
Okay. Well, first off, I think she will just try to unlock the manacles around Sarah's feet, because I figure if they're unlocked, she can at least run, if need be.
Yes. Okay. So you're unlocked. She's actually, make a spot hidden roll. You're busy doing things. So yeah, I think that's fair. Make a spot hidden roll for me, please.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I guess it's under duress. So.
Okay.
Oh dear.
No, you undo the legs. That's fine. Okay. So you undo the legs. When you stand up having undone the legs, Sarah is looking at you, pleading with you with her hands, going, undo my hands.
Okay.
To
be fair, my reasoning was that she could still at least use her hands. It's just her arms were sort of a bit pinioned.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
I guess wrong. So.
Okay, so you undo a leg, so yes, she can now run, which is exciting. Not quite what she was hoping for, but she's happy to take the run.
Maybe Georgiana will press the keys into her hand so she can at least undo the manacles herself.
Yeah,
possibly.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that Monk still kind of in combat? He's tried to hit her, but missed Georgiana.
Yeah.
Is that right?
He's missed Georgiana.
My plan was to sort of try and flank him. So if he's still trying to hit her, then I can maybe distract him in some way. That would be my plan later in the round.
Well, you can wail upon him with a bonus die because he is outnumbered.
Okay, great.
So do so.
Oh, is it my? Sorry, yes. Okay, so let's do combat.
Yes.
Punch. You have not selected a target for your punch check. What does that mean? Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, proceed.
And it's in the chat window. You click on the chat and you can.
32 is a failure, but I do get a bonus dice, don't I? Is that correct? So I'll roll another 10.
Yeah.
Sorry. Slow with this.
No, you're right. Okay. No, you miss. Okay.
No.
Okay, so you swing wildly at him or try and grapple with him and it doesn't work. Okay, so William tries to stab you, Viscountess Purbeck, because he thinks you're in truck with the devil.
No, there's cahooting.
There's cahooting. So he's going to try and stab you with his kniffen. Yeah.
I would posit there's the Viscountess, because she's ample. Does she get like a damage, like an armor bonus or something like that?
He's not very good. Let's see what he gets. Oh, he got a success though. Oh, he's only got a punch. Oh, well, that's fine. He's punching you. That'll do. You take 2 points of damage, Viscount Purbeck, as he lightly grazes you with his small dagger.
Okay, so now I'm down to 11. Okay, that's all right.
Yep, he has stabbed at you. All right, so the monks were confused. Well, what would you expect from Mary Wollstonecraft? So where are we up to? So he stabbed you. I think that's everyone. Yes, that's everyone, isn't it?
Oh,
yes.
And what about our Rector? Is he still running away?
Oh no, Rector's running away.
I'm shuffling away. I'm shuffling towards the door.
All right.
The idea is to get to the door and see if I can open it and at least get a way out for us.
Okay, you get to the door. It does not appear to be locked.
Excellent. Well, we'll open it and have a look.
Yep. Okay, you open it, and there are 2 women and a man at the gate. You recognize the woman, one of the women, because the last time you saw her, she killed you. Oh, sorry, wrong door. Anyway.
I have no insults. I can't think of an insult for them that's proper.
I feel like that might almost warrant a sanity roll. I'm sorry.
All right. I close the door. And start shuffling back.
Every day he's shuffling.
It's the classic line, you open the door. Oh, sorry, wrong door. Close the room. Right. All right. All right. So, yeah, you open the door. You see the 3 of them. They look at you. They don't recognize you.
Right.
Yes, and the woman goes.
The first time to come across me, technically.
Free our sister is what she's saying as you close the door.
She's on her way.
All right. Okay, so that's happening. Okay, so back to the top of the list. Eliza, you have toppled the patriarchy. What else might you do with this sudden power?
Oh God, start a cult. I think that honestly, so Georgiana has undone. Like I've seen that she's undone the shackles. I might jump down and attempt to kind of like to help her to free the woman completely.
Okay, so you're racing over to there. You see that Sarah Brown actually has the keys and is desperately unlocking her shackles on her hands.
Okay, cool. Well, then, other than that, I feel like that's like metagamey. Because you did just say that she didn't recognize the Rector.
The woman on the yes, the person who killed the Rector did not recognize the Rector.
Actually, one thing the Rector might do is yell out, "There are witches at the gates," in Latin to start off with.
In Latin.
In Latin.
Excellent. Okay. Would you like to make a persuade roll for me, please?
Oh, yeah. I'd rather it was a charm, but you know.
Yeah, it's not really charm, though, is it?
All right. Here we go. 2! Yes!
And do make sure your persuade skill has checked, because that is definitely...
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's in check. There are witches at the gates yelling in Latin.
Okay, the monks are now confused again. This gathering horde of monks never seems to quite get to the gathering horde phase.
Must take care of them. They look like they're going to attack.
And they some of them, oh my God! And because you yelled it out in Latin, they're very convinced. And you kind of look vaguely priestly, although not really because you're wearing weird clothes. But, you know, So, oh my God, and some of them peel off towards the gate, which will, and I just will flag this in advance, will end badly for the monks. All right, so, so you've distracted a bunch of monks who are now not sure where they should be looking because there seem to be witches everywhere. That's what they've realized. The town is actually just full of witches.
Yeah.
That's what they're walking away with from this moment. It's like the whole town is infested with them.
Well, so I think that considering the fact that she's already untying herself, etc.
Yeah.
And seeing that that Reginald and Georgiana had these cassocks.
Yes.
I'm wondering whether or not in the kind of like the hubbub of what's happening, people running around, monks are probably screaming. Some of them maybe got crushed. What a win. I'm thinking that that she might kind of like run into where she saw them go and see whether she can grab a cloak and bring it to her to try and like disguise her as she exits.
To disguise Sarah or disguise Eliza?
Sarah.
Okay.
Disguise Sarah, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you're doing that. Sarah has freed her hands, but we'll get to that in a second. The monk, once again, is still going. And, you guys aren't laying a finger on this guy. He's doing, well, a little bit of a finger, but not much. So he's like, you godless warlock. That's what he's accusing you of being. You're obviously like some male version of a witch. So he's accusing you of being a warlock. I'm sure that's not period, but it'll do. And hurls himself upon you, screaming at the top of his voice, death to sinners, death to all the sinners.
Lovely.
Well, and he gets a regular success. And rolls his punch kitten and gets 3 points of damage again.
Okay, that hurts.
He hurls himself upon you. I will just say the last time I played Cthulhu for real, I was playing a monk who was throwing people into a burning fire, screaming at the top of his voice, death to sinners, death to all the sinners. Anyway, so,
memories that.
While standing on a table at CanCon, as I recall.
And you eventually cast yourself upon the pyre.
I did, because I realized I was also a sinner, and therefore we should all die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Okay.
Right. Not happy about that.
So that was the monks' go. The other monks are confused, just divided and distracted. The Georgianas. Could I get... maybe we'll do it in opposite order this time. Georgiana Wentworth. Sarah has freed herself from the shackles. What would you like to do?
Okay. So that monk is wailing on Duplessis pretty hard. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything around Georgiana can see that could be used as a weapon, like a stick? Has anyone?
Oh yeah, there's some good quality stickage around.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's stuff from the pyre. Georgiana will grab one of them, and while that monk is concentrating on beating Duplessis,
would you like me to drop a club on your sheet? I will give you a.
Sure.
You have now got a club.
Excellent. She will just try to hit him on the back of the head, for what it's worth.
Please swing. Oh, I think it's got no skill coming up. Hold on, I will apply. Brawl skill. It's brawl skill for a club. I'm sure of it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Brawl.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
Okay.
It's all set up.
What happened?
It comes up in the chat window. So when you click on it, it comes up in the chat window, and then you click on it.
Okay.
And interestingly, in that chat window, you can select advantage, you can select outnumbered, you can select all those things. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it fails.
Unfortunately, not.
She tries to beat him on the back of the head, but she's not exactly the strongest person out there, so she sort of lifts it and then just goes like, and can't really aim it
if
properly.
only she had the Herculean Or no, Amazonian strength of Eliza. Sorry. The Amazonian strength.
Sadly not.
Sadly not. All right, Georgiana, the other Georgiana, the Vice Countess Purbeck, what are you doing? You've been stabbed, albeit not very much.
Yeah, scratched across the ankle. I'm not very happy about. He's torn my dress.
No, he stood up. He stabbed you. He stood up.
Oh,
he stood up.
He actually stood up. Okay, I thought he was still on the ground, stabbing at me.
He stood up and stabbed you. What would you like to do? You could shoot him.
That does seem the most appropriate thing right now. Yes. Bessie is coming out of the bag at this point.
So Bessie, that's right. It's point blank range. He's literally like a foot away from you.
All right. So I'm just like, pull it out. I might take a step back.
So use the one under your combat tab because it'll pop up in the chat window, and I think you will get point blank range as an option when you do that. Was I right? Yes, you do. So if you click on point blank range before you click on the roll, that should help.
Okay, sorry. What am I looking at here? Oh my gosh.
In the chat window, click on point blank range, which I've just done for you. I could roll in melee, but I'm giving you the advantage. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Here we go. Right, roll firearms. Okay, point blank range. There we go.
Yep, and then roll firearm skill.
Oh, yes.
Roll damage. Extreme success. Ooh, that's going to be bad, isn't it?
Is that maximum damage or something?
That's an impale, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. How much damage does the pistol do?
I don't know. I'm trying to click roll damage and nothing is happening. I don't even know what happened. It's just...
I think it's... I don't know why that's not working. It's not working for me either. It doesn't matter. We can just...
It's a D6 plus 1.
Right, so it's 7 points of damage. You shoot him with a pistol, and you are also clearly a witch.
Yeah,
because you have struck him with fire and brimstone and thunder, which is not cool. Witchery person, you should not have done that. So that's a major wound for him.
Sorry, could I just interject and say, isn't it that if you get an impale, you deal max damage and then you roll the dice again? I thought that was
correct. If it's not impale, so if it was extreme but like a blunt weapon or something like that, then it's just max damage. Impale damages, as Jay said, you get your max and then you roll again on top of that.
Yeah, so it's another D6.
Oh wow! So if I just roll this D6 here.
Yep.
Oh so no! But why does it do that? Sorry, I don't know how to. Oh, okay. Sorry. Why is that doing that? Roll 1d6, and then maybe I'll just take that away.
I was also curious too about when someone attacks you, you get an action as well. Have we been doing that or not? Like you get
a reaction. You get a reaction.
To dodge or to fight back.
That's why that was.
Yeah, we're running it pretty light and easy. Oh my god!
Holy shit!
They're all ones. No,
they're all ones. So it doesn't matter. All right, so you did him 9 points of damage, which, per my comment from earlier, is a major wound. And he needs to make a con roll to be conscious. Oh, he's got con up the wazoo though.
Oh shit!
But But he also only has 2 hit points of his 13 that he started with. And he will go, oh, there's probably places I need to be, like elsewhere. But also, all the monks are now screaming in fear because a witch has cast a spell inside the space. and they are most unhappy. So there's this desperate racing away, which is fun, which is doubled down because at that moment when you fired that, and Reginald, you move on 45, you said, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sarah Brown grabs the monk who's been attacking you and chants quickly something, and you see him wither and turn to bone and ash in front of you.
Holy.
As she uses the spell that you last saw used on Cedric Postlethwaite. That's why she was trying to free her hands, because she couldn't cast it while she had iron on her arms.
Right.
It wasn't fingers, it was iron. So
Reginald is not a religious man, but he does one of these, like,
yeah. So can I get sanity rolls, please, from Georgiana, Eliza, and Reginald, who are all clearly close enough to see what is going on?
This could be it.
Did someone get 98?
88.
88 and 98.
98.
Yes, that would be me. Georgiana got 98. I guess that makes sense, given she's probably right in front of him as he withers away.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he just he does the whole, the Raiders of the Lost Ark scene where they all melt away and their faces melt away and dribble away, and then and his head is doing the screaming noise at the same time. Okay.
Where have I seen that before?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Didn't I see that before? So you have seen it before. So we'll make it a D4 sanity loss as opposed to a D6 because you've seen it before.
Okay.
So could I get? You can roll your own sanity losses if you want. I won't stop you.
D4.
Yep, just down there under that chat window. Feel free. So
3.
Eliza loses 3 sanity points, which is tickety boo on temporary insanity.
No, we're indefinite.
Indefinite insanity.
Yeah.
Ooh, you get indefinite insanity.
Holy.
I'm indefinitely insane. I've lost 10 out of 45.
That's fine. What could possibly go wrong? All right.
I'm fine.
Diane says.
Turns out the leader of the suffragette movement was insane after all.
Yeah.
Georgiana got 1, but for some reason it didn't show as rolling by me. It just says test.
Yeah, that's fine. You got 1. That's fine.
And was there any loss for passing or no?
Oh, no. You lost 1 point.
Okay.
All right. So, shall we roll a bout of madness, do you think, Eliza?
Yeah. Go for it.
No. Could you roll a D10? Could you do a D10 for me, please?
Sure.
I want to give you full agency in this moment.
Love that. Love that for me.
He says as he's smiling at you.
4.
Paranoia. The investigator suffers severe paranoia for 1d10 rounds. Everyone is out to get them. No one can be trusted. They are being spied on. Someone has betrayed them. What they're seeing is a trick. Take your pick, Eliza.
All right. Well, I will role play that on my turn.
Excellent.
And this is for 6 rounds. So here we go.
All right. Awesome. So, so she grabs this priest, withers him in front of you. All the other priests start running away. So they're not paid enough priestly, stipend to fight witches who actually have witchcraft. So to be clear, the kind of witches we burn at the stake are the kind who don't use spells because they get antsy, it turns out, and turn you into a horrible rotting carcass. So not so big a fan. The doors swing open and the 2 women and the man who you saw in the forest originally come in at the same time. William Levitt has also legged it, and you now find yourselves in the courtyard. Priests desperately racing back into the church, actually, because of course they must go to hallowed ground to be safe from this evil witchcraft. That makes sense. William Levitt has joined them because he doesn't know what else to do. Sarah Brown is like with you, and you're all still standing around, and the three turn up. At that moment, Sarah turns to you and says, "Our deal still stands, but we must leave now."
That is fine. Reginald just says, no problem, no problem. And knowing that woman's just coming that gate, takes off the cassock and throws it on the ground and joins Georgiana to take hers off as well. We don't want no mistakes like last time. Please, Sarah, let us go. Just staying out of hand's reach of her. Very nervous.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right, so we are moving out of combat, unless Eliza does something that puts us back into combat. But for now, we are moving out of combat.
Georgiana will do as Reginald says, and she'll take off the cassock as well, but she'll probably just roll it up and keep it under her arm just in case.
Good idea.
Nice. So they're looking at you. The two women and the man are looking at you confused, like, who are you that you would, come in and rescue Sarah? But they're pleased that you have. They've decided, obviously, that the Viscountess is some sort of sorceress, because they were sort of coming through the gate when you blasted William aside with the gun. But what's fascinating is Sarah is not talking to them. She said they're just part of this thing. So we have to leave now. And she sort of steps, she kind of moves her hand in ways that you guys are all going, that's weird. And then you can see that she kind of rips like the air in front of her apart with her hands. And behind it, you can see writhing black darkness. And it's writhing. You can see movement in the darkness. It's pitch black, and you can still see it's like looking at, oil moving across water, right? Like it's like that effect, but it's pitch black. And so you've got this kind of sense of movement, sense of color, even though it's all writhing black. And she goes, "We must leave now." And she rips this effectively hole in space-time, and goes to sort of usher you through.
Occult roll.
Occult roll.
Ladies first, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not sure. You've never seen that before.
Georgiana is horrified, but she will run through into this gap if Sarah is telling them to go through.
Awesome.
I think that as all those monks were kind of running away / the hubbub happening, I don't think that Eliza's seen any of this. I think that she's found a very kind of dark corner, somewhere kind of away from everyone else, and she's just kind of crouched on the ground, and kind of just muttering to herself about how it's just a nightmare, it's just a dream, these things, these shades, they're out to get me. I know it. I have a story to tell, and these things are trying to steal. They're leeching my life force. I know it. I know it. Always men in the dark trying to steal women's ideas. Blah blah blah. And just all this insane ramblings. For however long. That's supposed to be 6 rounds. I don't know whether or not that happens and then the thing opens or how we want to resolve that, but that's what she does for however long she needs to.
Okay, so she's crouched down. The only person who stepped through at this point is Georgiana Wentworth. So the rest of you can respond to Eliza losing her shit in the corner if you want.
So the Dowager is very torn because she's just seen her niece
step into the darkness.
And she's really horrified. of like seeing those people who murdered the rector in front of her last day.
I got better.
But he got better. So she's like, and then Eliza's over there, and so she's like, which way do I turn? And I think its mothering instinct is going to take over, and she's just going to like put on her best bustling mother hen, goes over to Eliza. Yes, dear. Yes, they're out to get you. Yes, that's right. And it's basically bodily moving her. She's like, I don't know what else to do, but it looks like this horrifying black hole is it. So we're going through.
So, could you make a reassurance roll for me, please? I think it's reassurance, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
reassuring.
well, that's going to be not reassuring at all.
We'll try it your way, and then we'll try it my way.
Yeah.
No,
Wow, 40.
Reassure 5. Right. Okay. Cool. No, that's okay. So you're trying to get her to lift up, but Eliza, you're not feeling it. You know, she's obviously she's sold out. She's sold out, Eliza. That's what's going on here. She's sold out.
Yeah.
The rector is going to step up with his old man smile and his charm and everything, but he's going to say to her, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Come with me, my darling. We need to journey. And I try to reassure.
Okay. Sure.
No.
Do you want to spend the 17 points of luck to get back to...
I do, actually.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I will. Come, the Lord knows the way.
Yes. I've been bedeviled by blackness, Father. And it's only you who can show me the light. And she kind of just like allows herself to be guided
It's
by
always
him.
the darkest before the dawn.
Yes.
Come now.
Okay, I will point out that when Georgiana Wentworth jumped into the darkness, she just disappeared. Like, you can't see her. She's just gone.
Yeah. I'm relying on faith to get us out of this one.
Yeah. Tomb of Horrors, people. Tomb of Horrors.
Yeah.
As we kind of like, we walk up to this thing, because Eliza also does have an okay occult skill. Can I roll occult?
Yes, you can.
As she's now been, reassured.
96.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's a fumble.
Machine says no.
I think it's something very holy that the rector has done. So
oh my god! If you end up with this being your permanent insanity, we have to work out how Eliza has become convicted that God lives in darkness, not in light. Convinced that no, we've got to snuff out all the candles so that we can hear God.
Exactly.
And people are like,
the distraction. That's right.
Yeah,
God, you must be in the dark with
because
God.
Before the light, what was there?
Yes.
Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. We all know how that's going to land. Anyway, all right. We all need to worship Cthulhu at some point now. All right.
I'm just going to go and grab a charger for my tablet. I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, Reginald, it's your move, man. What do you want to do? Others have jumped in. Others have walked in.
My brother.
It's you and the Viscountess Purbeck who was trying desperately to convince people.
So have the others walked in as well?
The rector walked Eliza into the darkness. It's like that's what they did.
Well, in that case, I'll just have a look, last look around, shake of the head, and say "C'est la vie" and walk in as well.
Okay. So for everyone who's walked in, and Viscountess Purbeck will follow you, so that's fine. Can I get everyone to make a power roll for me, please?
Oh, good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Got power. I do it.
Oh shit!
Wow, Georgiana, nice.
Can we turn this off and turn it back on again? Because it's doing lots of fumbles tonight.
Oh dear.
Oops.
Okay. Okay, Reginald. Oh, I see what's happening. I've got the token selected, and so it thinks I'm rolling as the token. Okay, that's good to know. Sorry, not Reginald. No, Reginald. No, I got it right. Reginald, guess what? You have 3 less power than you had a little while ago.
Okay. All right. I can deal
for
with
everyone
that.
else, it's just magic points. But for you, it's power.
Okay, done.
As you suffer a permanent reduction in your power.
Oh, it took a bit of life force, did it?
It sure did.
No, it was those feminista. They stole my power.
That's
emasculation at work, hey?
Mind you, they also saved my bacon.
When that phallic symbol fell, you felt it, man. You felt it.
It fell and it fell on my toe. But they
hard.
I'm a man of the times. What can I say?
Okay. All right. So you step into the darkness. You feel it swallow you. You're all sort of desperately. Sarah has lit this small light in the darkness, which you can all see. And she, look, all of you hold hands because I don't want to lose any of you. At that moment, she says words that none of you understand, but make your ears crawl and scratch, like someone is running their fingers down a chalkboard right next to you. And she just starts to stride forward, chanting in this horrible sounding language. For most of you, this experience is unpleasant, as in you can feel the darkness sort of draining you. But for a few of you, and one of you in particular, it's more than that. So, Reginald, you feel something reach out of the darkness and wrap itself around you and drain you of your actual life force. Like it is actually feeding on you as you walk out, and you feel weaker as a result. You can take another sanity roll, please, as you feel this dark force swallowing you whole as you move out of the darkness. And you make it. Okay, so you laugh in the face of demonic possession.
It's just like one of the parties in Paris.
Okay, so as you step through the darkness and come out, you hear first, actually, you all hear the tolling of a bell, and you find yourselves on the same beach that you found yourselves in when you were reappearing. Well, sorry, your first impression is the same beach. All of you can make natural world rolls, please, for me.
That'll go.
Nope.
Did anyone make their natural world roll? Oh, someone did. Georgiana Wentworth did. Hey, there we go.
Yay.
Hey, Georgiana. You know that the beach is further inland than it was when you did it when you were on the other beach. It's actually the beach you're expecting. And the tolling of the bell you can hear is actually coming from across the waves. And the last thing you see is the bit of Dunwich, which had been swallowed by the sea. You see a ghostly image of it fading into the water, and this church steeple, the one that you saw when you were, destroying the patriarchy and toppling phallic symbols, ringing. Sarah turns to all of you, looks you all in the face and says, "I thank you and I owe you a debt." And strides just off. So unless someone does anything, she just walks off into the moors.
Sarah, Sarah, where are we? Can you tell us
where you were meant to be?
Is this where you were meant to be?
It's where I am.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's where my God wants me to be.
Okay. Well, then, thank you very much for holding up your end of the bargain, and safe travels. Yeah.
I'm sure we will meet again.
Okay.
Yes.
It is good to have made close friends with you. All the best. Remember, vive la femme. And all
that. Georgiana will quickly run after her and try to make sure that none of the others hear, but she will say, how did you do all of that? How did you learn such a thing?
Oh, I was born with the gift, but I met, and you met them, my sisters, who taught me the ways of the old gods. Should you want to know more, you just need to say, and I will ensure that you might learn some of our ways.
I want to know more. I want to know more than what we have in life here.
I will find you wherever you might be.
I will be waiting.
Right.
And then she'll go back to the others.
And I think that as you're asking that question to her, I turn to the rector and I say, how did you do that strange thing? How did you use those strange powers? Teach me how to do that. I might be a saint to all.
If I may,
yes, okay, good. Yes, that's fine. I think that's enough paganism for one day.
I'm going to find my ever-present flask and say, shall we toast to surviving whatever the hell that was, and pass it around.
Absolutely. And
okay.
Lady Purbeck is going to have words with Georgiana, Miss Wentworth, later. What are you talking to that woman about?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lady Purbeck. I was just saying farewell and thank you. You always taught us that we need to be properly appreciative of those who help us.
What do I have for rolling with to see whether I actually believe her?
Psychology.
Do I need to roll a persuade or something?
I would.
Yes. I think it's persuade. Yep. And psychology.
Or fast talk, I suppose, which is even worse.
Or fast talk.
Opposed rolls.
I'm going to roll fast talk, even though it's my worst skill, because I think that's what it is.
Okay, so Eliza, you know they're lying.
I think that I just flash my cousin a look, like we'll talk about this in the carriage when we're alone. But I kind of look to Viscountess Purbeck. Is she any the wiser since she also failed?
No, she seems she thinks Georgiana, the sun doth shine from Georgiana's.
I still want to believe that she is such a good girl.
Yeah, I'm a good one.
Well, I'm so pleased that you are so thoughtful. Yeah, Miss Wentworth. So good of you.
Indeed, it is all thanks to your teaching, Lady Purbeck.
Yes, but I would just be very careful of people like her. She does not have the right kind of standing to be an associate for a person such as yourself.
Oh, of course.
Of course, you should always be polite. Of course.
I am restarting it. Sorry, there was something going wrong. I couldn't click on anything.
I would say I would kind of like kind of move away from from the rector after he's kind of said, okay, enough with the paganism, and I upon hearing this, I kind of go over to my cousin, kind of lock arms with her, and look towards Viscountess Purbeck and say, or Lady Purbeck and say, indeed, charity, mercy, forbearance are all wonderful qualities that you've endowed within us, Lady Purbeck. And of course, my dear cousin is such a radiant example of these qualities. And while that's happening, she's kind of like nipping Georgiana, just on the elbow or something, and kind of just looking at her like, we will talk about this.
Georgiana will just try to keep a blank face, like butter wouldn't melt sort of thing.
I would just while the merriment ends and everyone's had a drink, I would like to say, so assuming that we are where we're meant to be, do we have a story? Do we just not talk about what happened? Should we go and see where we are and decide? I feel like we should not mention what happened to anybody else. They might think we're a little bit.
I think we had a very bad dream, and it's one I would choose to forget.
A dream. Yes, good, excellent. Yes, excellent.
And we shan't forget that we were waylaid by pirates.
No. Definitely waylaid by pirates, and we shall now go into the town and see if we can find some actual proper assistance.
That sounds good. I have one last question. Is anyone very good at patching up alls? Because I am quite wounded, and I do not want to bleed all over my finery.
I'm sure I could manage something. Has anybody got a first aid higher than 30?
Mine's 30 as well. And can you first aid yourself? I don't think you can you? Yeah.
I think you probably can, but it actually won't matter. We're going to go into a rest. We're going to go into
no problem.
Session stuff.
Yep.
So
perfect.
Or what is worse, can Georgiana try to first aid it?
Yep, go for it. It might give you a skill before,
Oh yeah, everybody practices skill on him.
Oh, me too.
He's only a Frenchman. Let us try this on him. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Oh, I think I've just taken 3 points extra damage.
Unfortunately.
I just keep drinking.
I'll spend 1 luck point to help you, because then I will get it.
No,
thank you, madam. Just please keep the sausage-fingered rector away from me.
You see me actually pour out some holy water in a flask and flick it on you as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Eliza, what we call it, but I feel like you've ended up with the opposite of photomania, which is the pathological desire for light. I feel like you have the pathological desire for darkness now. But anyway,
100%. Look, I'm sure there is a dark room on the Hastings estate where she will be kind of like doing a little thing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
we'll
play with it's terrifying to all of us.
What
I like is everyone's going to be focusing on you because you're the one that's going around doing weird shit. Meanwhile, Georgiana's secretly learning the dark arts.
Yes.
Anyway. Thank you. Nyctophilia. There you go. It's in the chat. It was in the Discord. Nyctophilia. Is that what it was, Lily?
Sounds like a half-breed. Sounds like a Greek guy.
There you go. Until you're cured, which will, of course, be soon.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to put us into development mode now.
Yay.
So I'm doing that. So if you go into your character sheets, which you'll have to do from the side panel, You will see, hopefully, you can click, where are you? Yeah. So you can recover your luck points and you can click on development phase.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm going to grab the one I had to play around with.
My brawl. Did you say brawl and stuff? Does that highlight? It didn't highlight. Does that?
Yeah. So you can double click on it before you do this, if it'll let you.
Double click on brawl.
Yep.
Yep.
Double click on the little symbol to light it up. And then click on the development phase, and I'm pretty sure it just rolls it for you.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
Sweet.
So development phase. Charm not upgraded. Nothing.
Oh, Reginald, you did terribly. You didn't get anything.
No, that's right. Oh well.
Sweet. We're not. Wow.
I did manage to lose 3 power points and almost die, so it's not all for nothing.
That's right. It is Cthulhu, so you don't bank on it. You bank on the steady, on the decline being slower or faster. Not That's
and then
the question.
Excellent.
Are we recovering luck points as well? Is that correct?
You are. You may recover luck points as well.
I tried clicking on mine that says luck not recovered.
Yeah, which means you didn't get.
Yeah, you've got to.
You have to roll over your luck, your current luck. Otherwise, you don't get any new luck.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's actually the same for all of these skills. So if you fail on any of them, you actually increase them. Yeah.
And unfortunately, I only succeeded in 3, 2 of which were quite high already, but brawl not so much. So just the nature of the beast. But I quite like how it works there.
So the my countess got. What's going on? Dowager. Somehow you got 2 sets.
So I got
increased first aid.
Not upgraded. Fighting, brawl, first aid, persuade, psychology not upgraded. What? Did it do it twice?
Yeah, I don't know what goes on with your interface, Jess, but this happens all the time with you.
It does.
And it is specifically really you, to be direct.
Because I try really carefully just to press it once and then wait and don't do anything, and then it's like.
All right, and Georgiana, the other Georgiana, have you done yours?
Yes, Georgiana did well.
Yes,
French
I
winner.
did. It actually, that went quite well. I got quite a few things upgraded by quite a bit.
Yeah, wow, nice. Yep, you are now able to brawl better than most.
Eliza did well too. That's great.
Yep. All right, and then final bit, sanity for freeing Sarah Brown and getting out of there. You may all recover 4 points of You may all add 4 points of sanity to your sheet.
Oh, once we get out of development.
Yeah. Has everyone done their development?
Yeah. No. What should? I don't know what I should do about this double thing that it's done. Do I need to do?
Yeah, we can fix it. I'll fix it afterwards. But basically, we just unlock your character sheet and then we just adjust this. We'll keep the first roll and not the second roll. So, you went up by 7% in fighting. You went up by 7% in first aid. You went up by 10% in persuade.
Right.
Wow. That's great. Yeah. Fantastic.
But your first aid, your persuade, and your psychology upgrades in the second set, you will just remove. That's fine. All right, I'm going to take us out of development mode. Has that worked? So you should be able to just up your sanity by the necessary number of points.
Yep.
So just the first of the 2 sanity things.
I have higher sanity than I did before.
Yeah, can you get more sanity than you had previously?
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel good.
Up to your maximum sanity, yeah.
Which is, your 99 minus your Cthulhu Mythos. So,
do a few people get Cthulhu Mythos for their madness bouts?
No.
Yeah. What if I'm indefinitely insane? I think I get a base amount, don't I?
Hold on, I'll check.
The first bout of madness is 5%. Every bout of madness after that is 1%.
Really?
And that's according to the rules. Sanity and magic
No,
and all that are
it's-
really just like, keep it aside sort of thing. So honestly,
no, that's cool. We can do that. I didn't realize. And it's indefinite insanity, right? Not temporary.
It doesn't so much go as the temp indefinite. It's the bouts of madness.
Oh, okay. Well, we had about a madness, so have 5%, Eliza, as you experienced Cthulhu goodness. And actually, that's a fair point. Everyone can have 2% because you did experience whatever it was at the end that was traveling into the darkness. You now know there are things between time and space.
Oh, okay.
How do we?
I think
it's locked.
Development again to do it.
Yeah. Actually, I think you can unlock your character sheets.
Yeah, you can do it yourself.
Click unlock, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
just click unlock and then you should be able to do it.
It'll be on 10.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
I think I've fixed up all my skills so that they're just behaving.
Yep. And do I need to throw is Cthulhu Mythos on everyone's sheet, or does anyone not have it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've got mechanical medicine. Oh no! No, here it is. Okay, so that's 2.
Yep. 2.
And just one little thing, Thomas. There's a few things we've talked about because I've got nothing on my sheet for belongings. So am I able to add, like we spoke about?
Yeah, go for it. I'll throw a sword on your sheet right now, mate.
And the endless hip flask. Hang on,
Let me grab a sword for you. There you go, sword.
Also, that.
Oh no, you've got a sword. I'd put it in your combat, not in your gear. It doesn't appear in your gear. It appears in your combat.
Right. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry, my bad. So
No, you're right.
I'll edit that new item and just where's that? Where do I?
For other gear, I think you can just hit add item, or you can edit the new item and just call it whatever you want. Go for it.
Right.
Sorry, Jay, what were you saying?
Oh,
mate?
no worries. I think that like whenever we're next in town, wherever we end up next, in some sort of civilization, I think Eliza is going to purchase a gun or have a gun be given to her, because I forgot to agree with you before we started that she would have a pistol because she has 50% pistol.
Let me dump a pistol on your sheet right now.
But honestly, it was so much more fun to play my first time playing this game without having a weapon. It was like, what am I going to do? Oh my God. Sweet.
I sort of imagine that Eliza has just been like sneaking off all the time with Viscount Purbeck's firearm because she knows exactly when it won't be missed. And she just does practice like behind everyone's back.
100%. Well, I think that she's seen her father kind of like, do that sort of stuff. And he's just like, no, it's not really, something that women have to do. And so, she'll just kind of like early in the morning go and grab a gun and then go out into the woods and shoot pigeons or something, or pheasants,
And you do have rifle blunderbuss as well as pistols. So you are, capable of bigger weapons as well, although you are far more skilled with the pistol. Okay.
Should we all put it, or those of us who are injured, put our hit backs back to full for next time?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, cool.
Now, with recovering the indefinite insanity, you're in the Regency period.
Mm-hmm.
So going off to an asylum will not do you any good.
No.
Probably make it worse.
Yeah, that's the opposite of improvement right there. How do I know? Yep. So for now, you are carrying around nyctophilia.
Mm-hmm.
I think the recovery from indefinite insanity is. It was here. 164. What are you gonna do? Private care. That makes sense. On a roll a D100. How often do you roll? What are the bout? Where does it tell me what the bouts of care are? For each month of treatment. Right, okay. Probably should have read the first sentence. Okay. That actually kind of works with the campaign. So do you want to roll your D100 for me and see if you recover?
Yeah, sure.
Or if you're still carrying nyctophilia into the next session? Or do you just want to carry nyctophilia into the next session and not make a recovery roll?
I think that to be honest, I'm just going to carry nyctophilia. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, I endorse your decision.
Yeah, I think it makes thematic sense. I mean, like maybe we roll to see whether there's like still like indefinite insane, i.e., every time I lose sanity, I go insane, because you know that's probably going to be a hamper if we're in an investigation phase or what have you.
Yeah,
but
let's do that.
In terms of just like having that whole like kind of idea around quiet and solitude and things trying to get her, I still think she would have that fear, quote unquote, if that works.
Okay, roll the
let's
D100.
Yeah.
Roll the D100.
Alrighty.
99. Do it.
62. You are successful. You are no longer a slave to your passions. Well, except for those that you choose to adopt. And you get 1 point of sanity back.
Yay! Excellent. Now I only need to lose 3 to go indefinitely insane.
There you go. We've moved that needle though, mate. Can you feel it? The needle shifted.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Can you feel it?
All right. On that note, it is 10 to 10, and we will not be going past 10 o'clock. So I think that is where we will call it. So well done, guys. You survived your first Cthulhu adventure, and only one of you died, and they got better. Oddly reminiscent of their religious beliefs. They did die, and they were resurrected.
And in fact, my religion was upgraded, by the way.
Sorry?
My religion went up, by the way. So I learned something from the resurrection.
And carried forth the truth of my God. Yeah. I was going to say, if you'd gone indefinitely insane, man, your insanity would have been awesome. Anyway, all right. No, I am the Messiah. I am reborn.
Still come.
It's still come. That's right. All right. Same bat channel, same bat time in a fortnight. I will actually be in Kyabram, but I don't see any reason why I won't be able to run it. I'll just be running it on my laptop, not on this. I'll be training it actually. Oh, that's a good point. I'll probably be training it. Anyway, it'll be fine. We'll work it out. Good fun. I should end the stream. Actually, I'll end the stream. I'll end the stream first.